it's me, Doha, and welcome to the third episode of my Minecraft survival series. I apologize that today's episode is going to be different because I did not realize that my microphone was off when I was filming until I went to go edit today's video. I filmed like 50 minutes worth of footage, not realizing that my microphone's off. I don't know how it happened. I didn't turn it off. I might have. I don't remember. But so I'm just gonna do a voiceover for today's episode, and I'm sorry that it's bad. I'm not very good at doing stuff like this, like the voiceovers and like the editing the footage and like know what to cut things out without like me talking. So like I apologize if this episode's bad. The next one's gonna be better. But yeah, let's get right into it. I started off gathering some stuff to go to the ruin portal that I saw in the first episode, the like ruin nether portal thing. I didn't know what exactly I was going to encounter on this journey, so I was grabbing a lot of stuff. But I headed back over to spawn, and this is what the room portal was like. It was underground, which was kind of annoying to get to the chest. However, once I got to the chest, it wasn't that much good stuff, so I just got it and took it all and went home. Here I am heading back home. I put all the stuff away in my chest, which you will see very shortly. There it is. I put all my stuff away in the chest, and then I decided to head back out and go search for some supplies like wood and stuff and see if I can find a village, see if I can get more food. And I did exactly all that, which is surprising. I did want to find some cherry blossom wood that I did not find, but everything else was pretty successful. Here I am just walking, and then I find some cows that I end up killing. I made a joke about how I hate that they run away from me. However, I know that if I was in their position, that I would run away from me. So yeah, we got all the cows, and then there was a village right next to it. So I headed over there. I the chests weren't anything super special. Like they just had like all this stuff in it, just the like food and the emeralds. There was this really cool mine shaft that I saw. That was very very cool. I did not go down there because I knew I would fall in that lava. I might go back to it eventually. And then here I am hunting for spiders because I saw a cat. I kept seeing this cat, so I wanted to go fishing to get fish, to get the cat. This one was a bust, this first spider, because the creeper blew it up and blew up the string that it dropped somehow. So that was a bust, but I found more because there's always freaking spiders in this game. So I was able to get them and get their string to make a fishing rod. Here I got one, and then there's another one a little bit outside of the village that I saw that instantly jumped right on top of me, which was a lot of fun. There we go. Second piece of string. I had to go cut down a tree in the village, sorry, villagers, to make a crafting table, but here I am making my fishing rod. For some odd reason, I thought I was making like a pickaxe or something at first. And then I remembered what I was doing. I locked in and I made a fishing rod. And then I went and did, as I call, Animal Crossing maxed for about like 5 minutes. So here's a time lapse of that. I got like 14 pieces of fish. So it was pretty successful. I did this basically until the sun came up. If you see me like turn around at all, that's because a villager kept like making his little sound right next to me. I'm pretty sure it was one of the baby ones. So that was just like scaring me because it felt like right next to me, but I think it was in the house. So that was a little jarring. But yeah, I just fished a bunch. This is also useful because I was able to use the fish for food for myself. The cat was outside the village, led me outside the village, and then led me a little further. And here's another time lapse of me trying to chase down this darn cat. I This ended up getting me like so turned around that you'll see that I get like really really lost. I But I got the cat, so that's what all that matters. Here it is. She is falling in love with me. I don't know what to name her, so give me name suggestions. And then here's my journey home. I joked through all this that I was gonna. I didn't joke. I am titling the video this, the Odyssey, but Minecraft, because I got so turned around. I don't know what happened. I should have taken down the coordinates of where my house was before I left, so it was easier to do that, but I didn't, and that was my bad, my B. So I just had to go on this journey that took like a day. Uh, but it was fun, I guess. I got to annoy the cat, kept staying with me. I felt really bad. It did stop raining though, so that worked out perfect for me and the cat because we both hate the rain. I ended up just going back to the village because it became night and I was like, I'm not dealing with all that. And then I decided to just sleep in one of the villagers' beds and for the night. Here I am sleeping, and then from going back to the village, I was able to remember which way I entered the village from, and then I was able to find my way back. That way, I just went back out that way I came in because I was like, that's the general direction. And when I left my house, I basically just walked straight out one direction, so that was a good way to find my way back. I recognize this area because this is the area where I saw the turtles in, like, I think the first episode. So I was able to recognize this, and then I knew I was almost home, which I was so glad because I didn't think I was gonna be able to find my house again. But here it is, my house. I'm so happy I found it because sometimes I have to start all over. But anyway, here's me making more chests just because I got a ton of stuff from that journey that I took, my own Odyssey journey, that I just made a new one just to put all my stuff in. Then here's me making shears so I can get wool to make a little like carpet bed type thing. The like cushions aren't in this game yet. Like they're not added to the main game yet, so I'm not able to use that for a pet bed. So that's what I'm just using for the pet bed for now. But I found a sheep and it gave me 3 pieces of wool, which is crazy. I've never seen it give that much. So I headed back home once I did that one. I got some flowers to make dye so I can make a little pink bed. And here I am, just throwing that in there before I forget. The wool. I should have grabbed more wool, but I wasn't thinking. I also remember that I could use shears to get leaves, so I got very excited. There was like some half tree that was still up of just the leaves near my house, so I cut that down. And then here's me making the carpets for the little pet bed. There we go, perfect. Then I decided to move my bed downstairs and then put my chest upstairs. So that was something I did. I just felt bad that I was sleeping on a separate floor from my cat. Mind you, this is a video game. So I brought all my stuff upstairs with the chest. I did also make another furnace to put up here with the crafting table so it wasn't lonely because it's a pair and they need to stay together. This took a while, but it was useful. I also should have organized my chest. I did not. That's gonna probably happen in another episode. I just usually like to make a bunch of chests and then I could be like as specific as I want when I'm organizing. And then I move my bed right over here next to where my cat sleeps. So we get to sleep right next to each other, even though she usually sleeps on me. Here I am making a composter, I think it's called, for my little farm. Composter. So I can get my bone meal. I put it down and then I extend my farm a little bit. And I realized I could use the leaf litter in here. So I collected all this. I got like full stacks and then some extras. And I put it all on there as it's exactly enough to fully grow all these crops that I had. So I just did that. Anyway, here's me ending the episode. Sorry it's a bit awkward. Yeah, see you in the next one. Please subscribe and leave a like if you're interested.